I think that's so critical because we have these communities have an enormous amount at risk now. I think a whole generation is at risk because of the depth of this recession. And again, I think there is a default position which will favor people with a lot of power, and only look and make comment about working people, particularly Black and Latino working people, as an afterthought. So, yeah, I think that the table I was talking about, however, if we were going to demand concessions from the taxpayers, from the unions, from the public, from big institutions, we have to get them around the table putting out their cards about what they're willing to give up to help balance this budget. If it's seen as only one group, or whether that's state employees or municipal employees or teachers or hospitals or the rest, it's not going to work. And that's what I think more than in the crisis that Ed Koch was talking about, that's what was the breakthrough, really, that they finally got in a room and said, we can't sustain New York City unless everyone is willing to put, and in this case, the unions put up pension money. Obviously, they got concessions in return. There was a discussion with the business community about taxation. Those kinds of discussions have to start soon because I don't think this crisis is going to go away. I think 2012 is, 2012 is really where everything starts to come unglued. And if we haven't gotten that discussion going, I think the people who are going to suffer basically are at the end of the food chain, primarily Latino and Black working people.
Doug, if you had to cite a number that kind of summarizes the state of affairs, could you give us a number that really captures and symbolizes what's at stake here?
A number. Well, in some ways, I'm thinking number one, which is I'm thinking about tomorrow, which is when the legislature comes back into session, and there's very little evidence that I see that there's this coming together around any table that Senator Espada was talking about. In fact, even within the governor's own administration, there seems to be splits over how to deal with the situation. There's not solid support even within the administration for Lieutenant Governor Ravage's plan. So this coming together doesn't seem like it's going to happen tomorrow.